Alright, welcome to another Horseman 9 video on this channel. Today's horse is the Few Spotted Appaloosa. Very pretty horse, one of my favorite horses in the game. One of the few white horses in the game. It has a cute little pink nose. Very friendly looking horse. Really enjoy playing the game with this horse. And a quick look at Arthur's outfit. We've got a deer cavalry hat and the principal vest. I like the brown trim on both of those accessories. We have a brown worsted jacket paired up with the legendary fox gloves and the brown cavalry boots. The Horseman 9 challenge is to ride from Van Horn to Blackwater in less than 17 minutes without touching water. And water is just what appears as water on the map. Little mud puddles like this don't count. Alright, so we've got the mission clock rolling. And today I'm going to go through Roanoke. I think I'll go near Butcher Creek, across the little rope bridge right there. Now, it's like I said, this is one of my favorite horses to play with in the entire game. Easily top 5 or 6. In every playthrough, I always spend a good bit of time playing with this horse. I didn't play with it in my first playthrough, but then I discovered it in my second playthrough and just fell in love with it. It's a lovely horse. I love all the Appaloosas, but I especially love this one. Alright, so just across the road bridge here. And we'll shoot up to the railroad, and this is a save where I have been in Chapter 2 forever. Probably in Chapter 2 for close to a year. So this railroad is all the way complete, 100% complete, so it makes a handy road. Alright, so there's a look at the stats again. It's got 6 speed, not really amazing. 5 acceleration, 6 health, that's low health, but it has very good stamina. That's the same amount of stamina that the White Arabian has. So you throw a trapper saddle on this horse and you are never going to have any issues with stamina at all. And you can find this horse in the wild. I find it right here quite often. It spawns in several places, but that's pretty reliable. It doesn't spawn every time you go there, obviously, but if you keep going there and checking, eventually you will see this horse there. I also find this horse in NPC campsites. There are 3 horses that spawn randomly. Well, all the horses spawn there pretty much. But you can get this horse, the Few Spotted Appaloosa. You can get the American paint, the splashed white, and you can get the piebald Tobiano Hungarian half-bred. They all spawn at NPC campsites, so it's worth it at night if you're riding around. You see these campsites to go and check to see what sort of horse is there. Sometimes they just have Belgian draft horses and several punches, but every once in a while there's this horse, and it's a good acquisition. Alright, here we are at Moonstone Pond.
Yeah, you're doing good.
And I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to go towards Fort Mercer and sort of go in the back way to Valentine. This horse is not a fast horse. 6 speed is not fast. I I did the averages, and the average speed in chapter 2 is between 6 and 7. It's like 6 point something. So if your horse has 6 speed, it has below average speed. If it has 7 speed or better, it has above average speed. And this horse has below average speed and below average health. But
You all right?
I quite like a horse with good stamina. It would be nice if it had a little bit more health, but it doesn't. That's just the way it is. But I really like hunting with this horse. I think it makes a brilliant hunting companion. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I do every once in a while a gator test where I try to see if the horse will buck me off near the alligators. It's sort of a standardized test. I do it the same way with all the horses, and only 2 horses have ever passed the test completely. And that was this horse, and the other one was the brown leopard Appaloosa, and that's a horse you can only get in the epilogue chapter with John. So I'm sure other horses could do it, but to this point, I've never had any other horses pass the test except those 2. And so I think this horse has something. It has a little bit of something. I'm not sure I buy into the idea of a bravery stat. Any of the horses are going to buck you off near an alligator. This one will do it. The Ardennes will do it. The Turcoman will do it. And any horse will be brave too. But I just think this one has a little bit of something when it comes to predators. And so that's why I think it's a good hunting horse.
There we go.
All right, so we're just going to use this rope bridge to get across the river here. And then we'll take this first left. It's easy to miss this turn right here because it's not really visible. We'll shoot down through here. And then up the other side. Keeping in mind there's a cliff to the left when you hit the top here. Quite easy to run off right there.
Settle down, girl.
And I think we're going to use the railroad. If this horse was a better jumper, I would go to Cattail Pond and jump across the river there, but yeah, not such a great jumper.
You're all right.
Alright, this tunnel coming up is the site of the gang's first train robbery in Chapter 1.
Right, girl.
This is where the gang is all gathered. They're just above us right now. And then Bill is down here on this bridge trying to put dynamite on it. And Arthur has to go down to Bill and help him. That's right here. And we're just headed towards Wallace Station right now.
There, girl. Yep.
We're crossed over into West Elizabeth and the Big Valley area. And that's Wallace Station just ahead. Wallace Station is a good site to use for your bandit challenges. You see these 2 people on the platform. They're really easy to rob those people and get away with it. There's a general store right there too that's pretty useful to use in your shop robberies.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to run across this bridge to cross this river here. And then just up ahead we will leave the railroad and get back on the trail.
You done good, girl.
I quite like this outfit
Yeah.
that I have Arthur wearing. I like the worsted jackets and I like the Rambler jackets. And I like that cavalry hat. It's a different look. It gets away from the cowboy look, but it still has a Wild West sort of sporting look to it that I quite like. Now you see that water to the right? That water appears on the map. So if you touch that water, that would disqualify you from Horseman 9. And Hanging Dog Ranch is just over to the right.
You're doing good.
And we're just coming up on that area where I said I see these Few Spotted Appaloosas in the wild. And I see them all around in this area. Appaloosas spawn here.
Yeah, that's my girl.
But just right here, where we are, right in this little meadow right here, just before you get to Blackbone Forest, I see this horse spawn here quite often. Alright, I've got my shotgun out because I haven't been over to this area for a little while. So I'm pretty sure the cougar is going to spawn. And I don't want the cougar to mess up my Horseman 9, so I'm ready to deal with it. I'm just going to slow right down here. It's better to have the cougar in front of you than behind you. And of course I use my ears here a lot to listen for the cougar. I didn't hear it, didn't see it. There's another spawn point just ahead where it drinks water. Could be up here. Yep. Alright, well, that was the excitement so far, it must be said. This has been a pretty routine run. There's nothing wrong with that. And of course, this is a really beautiful area of the map, really great for hunting. And I spend a lot of time with this horse in this area, doing hunting and fishing. Sometimes it's so nice to just come over here and go fishing in this lake and just chill out, you know. Alright, so we're just going to cut down toward the dam. And we're right at 12 minutes. That's not bad. We didn't take the most direct way, but to put this time in contrast, the fastest time I ever did was with the Brindle Thoroughbred, where I jumped the bridge, did it in basically 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So that horse had already finished this challenge and was all the way back in the stable probably at that point. I'm gonna take a health tonic for Arthur and also one for the horse, because as I pointed out earlier with the stats, it's got low health, so need a little help there. I did not mean to do that. What I meant to do was that. Turn on the mini-map so we can see where the lawmen spawn. Just scoot through here. They spawn behind us, that's good. So yeah, this is a good companion horse, good hunting horse, but it's not a war horse. So if you're going to ride into battle with this horse, you need to act accordingly and use plenty of health tonics to keep it alive. Alright, so we can take the river shortcut here. Just keep in mind the river is very close on the left-hand side, and that's why I'm going to jump this boulder right here, because the water is, we're practically touching it right there. Alright, shoot up through this gap in the rocks, and I can already see there are some lawmen to the left in the mini-map, so instead of taking the road... Whoa. Wow. They were really letting Arthur have it there, huh? All right, so that was Beecher's Hope, which is where John winds up in the epilogue. And I'm just sort of using that weather vane to the right as a guide. There's a house up on a hill there that just overlooks Blackwater. And we're doing pretty good for time. I think we should just be under 15 minutes, just below 15 minutes, right at 15 minutes. We're just about to cross the border into Blackwater now. And there we go. So 14:55. That's all right. And like I said, we went the long way. We went a long way. So the horse could have done it, I imagine, in about 12.5 minutes or so. No problem. I'm not really looking forward to ride through Blackwater here. I don't want to see the horse get hurt. And I'm not going to do a shootout here. I just want to get out of town.
You're good.
Well, we'll shoot that guy. But yeah, I don't like to see the horse get killed. So this isn't, well, we'll shoot this guy too. You can't jump off the platform right here. I don't know why that is. But... Few Spotted Appaloosa is a decent swimmer. It's not a strong swimmer, but with its 8 stamina, it can stay in the water a long time. The big horses tend to be better swimmers than the medium and small horses. But it's okay in the water. And yeah, that was that. Horseman line with a Few Spotted Appaloosa. It's like I said, one of my favorite horses. I do recommend at least giving it a try. Any of the Appaloosas, I love all of them. They're good horses to play with, good for hunting, good for getting around with. Also good to use as a pack horse, you know. They are visually interesting to look at. All of them are. And yeah. I would play with this horse any day of the week. So I think I will get out of here right now. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed doing it. And until the next time, thanks for watching.